I'm Daisy. I'm in your online speech class, and I'm going to be talking about role-playing games, or specifically play-to-post role-playing games. So first of all, I'm going to be covering, I'm going to have to go through this fairly quickly because I wrote quite a bit about it, and I want to get through as much as I can within a seemingly right time limit. First of all, I'm going to ask, what is a game? A game, according to game theorist Sato Helio, is in his article Role-Playing a Narrative Experience. He defines a game as a game which consists of strategic simulation-based actions in a fictitious world where structures of conflict are strongly both encouraged and supported by the design of the game, i.e. the game master, the game system. So that is the definition of role-play game in the context that we are going to be using in this instant. Okay, so what is a role-play game? Well, since this is a one-way sort of communication, I'm going to be using a Google search. So Google image search, it says that, this is the picture that Google image search has added. So in Sato's definition, he uses 3 different kinds of games. But in this Google image search, there only covers 2, and those are the 2 that I'm going to be talking about because they're the most relevant. Alright, so the first one is that's clearly seen as the MMORPG, or the Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Game, which is your Farmvilles, your IMVUs, your World of Warcraft. And the other one is the tabletop, which is your Dungeons & Dragons, your Burning Wheel, and your Mouse Guard, which is a picture of Mouse Guard is actually on there. So what exactly is role-playing? Role-playing is inhabiting a role or a particular set of goals that your character might have. In Burning Wheel, you're given a paper. In the first quest of Burning Wheel, you're given this paper, and the paper gives you your character, their stats, a little bit of their personal history, why they want this particular quest to go a particular way, and that actually tells you, makes each goal for each person different. Each person has a different goal that they have to meet in order to win the game, or get to a good standing in the game. Alright, so how does this get to post-by-play role-playing? Okay, well, I think the closest of these 3 definitions that post-by-play actually matches would probably have to be tabletop. Tabletop deals with a collaborative experience between many people, and it's not only the people themselves, but the world, which is played by the game master. So the game master is the one who sort of controls the world, and the players are the ones who are in the world. And in play-by-post, what happens is a group of people get together, and they choose a world, more or less. Sometimes it's a made-up world, other times it's a pre-made world, like the world of Divergent, or the world of Harry Potter, or the world of Hunger Games, or something, maybe even Twilight occasionally. I've seen a couple Twilights. So what people do during this is they create a character, or sometimes they choose canon characters that are original to the series, and they inhabit their personalities and play them off in this world. Usually they'll be given a plot for this particular storyline, or sometimes it's a form of fan fiction. It's a collaborative form of fan fiction. But in the original role plays, it is much more of a novelization. It's a group of people creating a novel. So how exactly does one role play? Alright, so take me for an example. I have several characters out right now. One of what happens is I will write out my character, her point of view or his point of view of the setting. Other people will do the same thing with their characters. You cannot control other people's characters. You can only control your characters, and occasionally you can control a non-player character that is not involved in the plot. Then you have your game master, or the forum leader. He is in charge of the world and the world's creation. And it's a fun experience in that it is a collaborative experience. You don't know what the other person's going to write. You don't know what the other character's going to do. And you concern yourself with what your character's going to do, what's going to happen to this other character, who is very interesting also. And it's a very fun experience for everyone who's involved. I know a couple people that have created lifelong friendships out of this. I know my friend, she has been in a roleplay group for something like 10 years, and it's still the same group of friends. It is still a group of people that they roleplay together, and it's a group experience. It's an experience as a writer. It really challenges you as a writer, and it also it challenges you as sort of like an improv person. You can't say no to the other person. You have to accept what they wrote and then move on from it. And it's a really fun experience for everyone. I think that would try. I did add an FAQ in my bibliography, just to confirm that my role-playing experience was the same as everyone else's role-play experience. The FAQ is, in fact, email by post, or post email by email play, and that is play by post, but through email. And it's basically a fairly similar experience, only it's a little more confined and a little less open than a forum based. That is the end.